the afternoon to do it all this, do everything you got to do, and and I know you've been built up, and tonight when you come back, it's going to be the same thing. From the first person who gets up, they're giving, even the one who lifts the offering. And one thing I got so much from everybody. But if you are a member, now you're going to laugh. But if you're a member of the Pool of Bethesda, and you've been here a long time, and some of them have, many years ago, Elder Austin, we had a lady who used to be a member of this church. I don't know where she is now. And her husband went to this church, but he never joined. So, as time goes on, and you know how things are from time to time, their marriage went on the rocks. I don't know how, why, and so don't ask me. He went on the rocks and he went his way. Y'all remember that? Oh, Sister Ingle does. And she went her way, and it was over. And it was worse than Roberta Flack. No love. Where was the love? So, and she was really through with that. I'm sure she was really through with that. They he worked at a big office downtown, and I don't know whether she worked there or not. Uh, he went on in his life, and then he remarried. He remarried, and the lady who used to go to this church, she said, "Well, happy for him." She had no tears about that at all. As time went on, he met somebody down there at that big office. Y'all still with me? And I think they got married, didn't they? Y'all don't remember? I think he did. And he remarried. The lady who used to go to this church, I don't know whether she ever remarried or not. So as time went on, this guy's not old now, and he wasn't old enough to retire from this big company, Ernestine. Remember? Maybe you don't. Something happens. He's still a young guy. He died. I don't know why. I don't think he got killed. I don't think it was an accident. I think he died for some reason, but I lost track of all those people. So one day, this ex lady who used to go to this church, she called me. I had heard through rumors that the guy had remarried and all that, but So one day she called me, she says, Bishop. No, I wasn't the bishop yet, so that's how long ago it's been. She said, Elder White passed away, whatever she says, you know who this is? I said, I think I'm getting divorced. She said, well, I gotta tell you this. You're not my member. What do you want? She said, well, you know me and so, we broke up, don't you? I said, yeah, I heard about that. And she says, there's no love lost. I said, yeah, I heard about that. She said, he went his way and I went my way. And she said it was over. And I said, yeah, I heard about that too. And she said, he remarried somebody down here at the big company. And I said, well, I kind of got drift of that. And she says, well, he died. And she said, and the new wife, everybody at the big company was, you know, uh, complimenting and condoling. And then at the end of the condolence, they said, now, we know you're going to collect, from what you call your seminar. Yeah, yeah, the benefits. So she goes racking off down to the office because she's the new wife. So she goes racking off down to the office because she's the new wife. And when she gets down or up, it's a big building, to the office, she makes this amazing discovery. That's what her seminar is. She makes this amazing discovery. Now, when that marriage was over, it went sour. She was through with him, and he was through with her. And she was telling me all. She says, and before I found all it's all, she said, I didn't want a dime. I didn't want nothing he had. I was through with that. The new wife goes down to the office to collect, and she's happy. And from what I get, that it was a sizable chunk of money. Ex-members, y'all still with me? The new wife gets down to the office. She makes an amazing discovery. She's not the beneficiary because the old ex-husband, there was no love. The marriage just went, but he forgot to take the old wife who was a member of this church. He forgot to take her name off as the beneficiary. And she called me, and all of her tears now had now turned to joy. And now that part of the service I was getting. She said, guess what, Elder? I was Elder White. She said, you're not going to believe it. She said, I got it all. I said, now wait a minute. Go back over again. She said, there wasn't no love. So he just neglected or forgot to do it. And the new wife was so upset, she didn't get a penny. And the old ex-wife collected. She said to me, Elder White, I got it all. She said, it's just wonderful. So keep that in mind. And so many good things were said today. It was like a service. And I think you could use everything that was said today. Now, you're going to come back tonight at the regular time for prayer because by the time you do all these other things, it's going to be late. And I got a little running around to do myself. And I give through the service all the time. So come back tonight looking for a great time in the Lord. Everybody stand. Make sure you change the beneficiary. Because if you don't, somebody's going to be happy and somebody's going to be sad. She got it all. It was a hunk of money. May the Lord watch between me and thee when we're absent, one from the other. Jesus' name. See you tonight.